Hey man, sweet party. Thanks for having me. Yeah man, no problem. You know what would make this party even better though? What? At a party game. What kind of game are you thinking? About this man. Why did you punch me? Game, we're gonna have a fight. It's not a game, that's just fighting. If Super Smash Brothers could be a party game, then fighting in real life can be. That's not logic. No, don't do that. That's assault. Don't hit people. It's not a game. Welcome to the Keldrock Show here. Today, we are talking Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Coming out, 2018, 2017, around that time. This game was phenomenal, being one of the biggest fighting games out there. As you saw in my skit, we did the party game joke. I don't get how they call this a party game, but it is definitely a fighting game. I mean, look at all these fighters. Mario, Donkey Kong, Link. I'm not even going to list them all. There's too many to list here. I don't want to go all out on naming everybody here, but Smash Bros. Is such a freaking great time. Smash Bros. Ultimate, you can't beat that. I love me some Yoshi, if you know me. I'm even wearing my Mario hat, which I should play as Mario next time. But, they did this game so well. They added so much. Like, if you could watch from the fighting that I've got going on in the background, like, the gameplay is just so easy, so simple. Like, you've got your up smashes, down smashes, your tilt moves. Like, it's a game that anyone can pick up and play, but it's also a game that's, like, harder to master than it is to, like, there's playing and then there's mastering. I think I can play the game. I definitely don't master the game. Like, the way the fight mechanics work, like, even adding the air dodge in this version of Smash Bros. Just so phenomenal. Like, I was playing this game for hours and hours on end. I have so many hours of playing Smash Bros. Like I said, though, easy game to play, hard game to master. And that is something, like, I'm going to live by for that one. Like, I'm pretty good. I can say I'm decent. I'm pretty good at the game. Now, can I play in tournaments? Maybe. But, like, you start going a little higher up on the chain there, like, that Elite Smash stuff online, which we'll go over later. That's where it gets no bueno. Like, it is so hard to master. But each character also has their own unique moves. Like, you see with the Yoshi, like, the flutter kicks are awesome. Kirby's got his up tilt. He does his little star jump. And the close-up zoom in for the headbutt. So cool. But each character has their own, like, specific move set that's based around their game. And, like, there's so much love and dedication to each of these characters. And it's just so phenomenal. So phenomenal. And on top of even that, like, even with more of the dedication, the game modes that are in here are even more stellar. Like, if you look in the menu, like, how clean it looks, first of all, a clean menu. But go over to their single-player mode, the classic mode. Oh my god, that is so phenomenally good, the classic modes. I think just for, we could see, like, they give you even an emblem to see who you did. So, I mean, we could go over, I'll go over one that we haven't done here, Banjo-Kazooie. Nah, let's do Sephiroth. Sephiroth while we're going through here. While we're talking about the game. Like, we could see the class mode. I don't really care about the level. I'll throw it on 3.5 to start. 3.6, whatever. But, like, you could see the care. Like, each character. So this one's the chosen one. Like, we go over, I believe, all the bosses, I believe, from the game. So, like, we'll fight Rathalos and all that. Like, the classic modes are so in-depth. They are so great. Like, and the boss fights, too. I think this was definitely a good one, so we could talk about that. Like, they added so many boss fights for this, too. Because it's not just Master Hand Crazy Hand, which we'll see later. It's not just Master Hand Crazy Hand, as we'll see later. We've got a new kind of Ganon. We've, Ganon from back in the, oh my lord. Ganon from back in the day. Master Crazy Hand from the original. We've got, Marks from the Kirby game. Rathalos from Monster Hunter. We don't even have a Monster Hunter character, and he's in the game. He's in the game, because that is how much dedication they put into this. Like, for the next one, you see Reversing Gallium from Super Smash Bros. Brawl's Subspace Emissary, which I would wish they would bring back. Please bring that back. But just, that shows you how much care they put into this. Like, they put so much thought and dedication into that, and it's just so cool. You know what? We'll keep it rolling because I want to show you more bosses while we're doing this. Like if you play Dr. Mario's classic mode, like you see him fight just basically like different color like medicines that he like does in his game. Like every costume he fights is gonna be red, blue, or yellow. It's so cool. Mario just goes through some mainline stuff. I believe Jigglypuff goes through the original 64 since Jigglypuff was the last included. And also, this picture in the classic mode, so cool. Yeah, here's Marks. You know what? We're not going to finish this because we got some other stuff to talk about. We got some other stuff to talk about here. Oh, he's got a long intro, but like having all these characters, these bosses are awesome. Now, say if the character didn't make it into Smash, like they're not a playable fighter. They didn't make it in the DLCs. They didn't make it in any of that. How else do we get the representation? How else you say? Spirit Board. The Spirit Board, oh my god. Spirit game mode, no, the adventure we'll even talk about later. The Spirit mode, oh my god. You get everything here. All the Pokemon are here. Cuphead is here. You know, the original Donkey Kong look is here. It is crazy what they do. And just all the stuff you could do with it. Like, I might just leave it like this for now. But, like, we got Xerneas showing on our screen. Just the way they do it. Oh, my lord. Hitmonlee is mainly a kicking character. So why not have Captain Falcon represent him? He's a kicking character. And we're even on a fighting dojo. He's got enhanced kick damage, you know, for just because he's a kicking Pokemon. And the levels, too, are basically just, oh, jeez. The levels, you know, this is a 2-star that we're doing here for Hitmonlee. And you see the difficulty, like, it's not the craziest. It's not that bad. And then afterwards, you gotta shoot him. Ah, we missed. But that's okay. We'll get them. But that's, you know, they get that full representation of, you know, all those characters that we're missing out on, too. So great. So awesome to see that, you know, the level of dedication, like I said. Like, these guys really went all out. And if this really is the last Smash Bros. Game, honestly, they ended off with a bang here. Beautiful game. It wouldn't be a review of Smash Bros. Without the World of Light. We'll just go in there. World of Light is their adventure mode. It's kind of supposed to be like the Subspace Emissary, but they didn't really go all out with it. You know, they didn't want to do any cutscenes to avoid leaking. Like, I get that. That's okay. But it's a bummer. But you walk around the board, like you see here. Yep, purchased. All right. Like, here's James McCloud. He's a 4-star. Here's, you know, Volcanion. There's a 4-star right there. That's fine. There's a 4-star right there, too. Like, just, they put them in places you can earn them by beating them. So, like, Volcanion was Bowser, a water-fire Pokemon. He might not be a water-fire, you know, type Bowser, but that's okay. Like, even the music is Pokemon X and Y. Ooh. So, it's just, you know, the level of dedication that they put in is just amazing. Like, you see, like, they're using Steam, which is water and fire. I can't even see anymore while we're doing this review. But you see, like, that dedication that they put in there. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to go above and beyond for us. But they did, and it's awesome to see that. It is awesome to see them do that. It's so cool. The amiibo support is all here. I unfortunately don't have any amiibos near me to show you what that would be like. How do we get out of here? I'd like to get out. No. No. Alright, well, I figured out how to get out. Like, they just go all in, and I want to show you more of these game modes. Options. Save, yes. Save it. Does that get us out? No. It does not. Oh, just hold. Sorry. I'm being dumb. Yeah. So the World of Light, just a huge dedication, you know, for that. It's so awesome, so amazing for them to do that. The vault has all the records, you know, the challenges that we're used to. There are some movies, sounds, because we can listen to all the awesome songs, some tips. And throughout the thing, you know, we can make our own Mii Fighters. They added home run contests to the game later down the road. They even added a versus version of it, which is awesome. Like, you don't see that kind of dedication through a lot of these games nowadays. Like, for what we got, it is awesome. And like to have them updated as they did for like the years and years that we had the game out for is even better. Like they like that's Nintendo wanted to do that with a lot of their games. Like they want you to keep playing and like they add updates to the game. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that like it did with Smash because like with Smash, there's still so much to do already. Mob Smash, all the stadium battles, all the classic modes you can see, and then we get the updates later down the road because you're still playing it, and that's what made Smash Bros. Such a great hit for the Switch. Now we've got to talk about a little bit of the negatives. If you want to go Smash Pro Scene, not the greatest. It's not. It really isn't. Like, you can make your own music, by the way. I'm sorry, I was trying to show that. Smash Online, not the greatest. I'm sorry to say. You could come at me all you want. The online of Smash, honestly, still very lackluster, in my opinion. I think it's awesome. I think it's cool. But it's very, very lackluster. I think just, the system that they do it in is very bad, I personally believe. Like, you could get matched up either way above or way below. I feel like there's no in-between here. There is no in-between with the match. Like, it's awesome that you get a training in there, but, like, I really do find a hard time with the online. Like, there's times where it's fine, it's great, but there's just other times, like, either you're getting smoked or you're also just like you're finding these custom rules, like because they don't guarantee that you'll get the rules that you want to play with, and that's not. I don't like that. That's not cool. I don't. That really is a bummer to have that. Like if I'm trying to play online, like keep it as similar as possible. That's fine, but just it is upsetting. Like I like playing stock. I stock, try to have little to no items. Like, I like to really just go all out with what I can do. And, you get those players that really just want items and, like, get the free wins because they could just shenanigans with you. And it is so, I really don't like it. I really don't. Another thing, some of the characters, I feel like a balancing is also, like, really, they've been working on it, but balancing I feel like is really bad sometimes. Like there was a time where like Ganondorf was terrible to play as, and now like Wolf is like the big character to play as, like with his like what is it? I think he's in the S tier now for what he is, but I really just the character balancing is really off too. Like there's characters you really don't see just because like it's just bad. Now another negative I have to point out, like it's gonna be overplayed, I know, but it has to be said. Too many Fire Emblem characters. There are just too many. You've got Marth and Roy. That's good. That's the original two. Then Brawl, you got Ike. That's good. That's fine. Show a little more representation. Roy came out for Ike, and that's okay. That's fine. Smash 4 introduced, I believe, Corrin. I think Corrin was even a DLC for that one. But Robin 2, fine, we're getting there, but that's just, it seems like it's getting too much now. Then Lucina comes into the game. And that's just a lot already to begin with. Lucina, oh my lord. And then even later down the road, you get Byleth. That is too many. Too many, man. And like, I get Fire Emblem's a huge game, but like, Mario is supposed to be your big selling point, and I feel like he doesn't even get as much representation in his games. Yoshi is supposed to be one of your big characters. Kirby has 3. Like, why didn't Bandana D get in there? Bandana D would have been awesome to have. Like, Kirby is like Sakurai's game. He made that one. That is his game. And Fire Emblem gets more representation. That is sad. Like, the original Duck Hunt, like, who I'm fighting in this match and getting my butt handed to me, they don't really get too much, representation. The OG Nintendos. So yeah, some of the character selections, they're a little odd. I didn't think Min Min was gonna be in the game either. Like, honestly, like, not a bad choice, I guess. Like, I guess Springman was already in um assist trophies, that's what he was in. But I thought he was more of like the the main rep for arms. I didn't really think that it was gonna be Min Min. Even Ribbon Girl I thought would have made it, but she became a Mii costume. Speaking of representation though with the Mii costumes, you know, we got that Doom outfit. I never thought we'd see Doomslayer anywhere near the game. But it is so cool to see him. Having also all the fighter game representations in the game, like with Ryu, Ken, Kazuya, even Terry. I think that is so needed to have all the fighting game representation in there too. I think they made some great choices with those picks. Minecraft Steve finally made his appearance. I think that's huge because he is a big game name. You know, having him out there for what he was. He's what, 2013 release, and he's still kicking hard in his first Minecraft game. Like, they didn't even make a sequel for that. Ending the game now with Sora as the DLC, I think that was a little odd. I think that one was a little odd. But let's talk about some more positives here. Arenas are pretty cool. Online tournaments are cool. I don't think they're the greatest. But like, we could talk about the no, not the Mob Smashers. Honestly, not too much else to really talk about. Like, you know, they kept updating it, which was great. It was awesome. They gave you so many things to do in this game, and that was what makes it awesome to play as, like, with friends, with, you know, family, with, you know, at tournaments. Even though the pro scene is very toxic, that's, you know, we see a lot of creators on the platform now who use Smash Bros to who, you know, talk about it, and that's just something that's so cool. Like, to see these people, like, big names with Smash Bros. Like, they had so many stages with all that, like, creation. They really, like, they wanted to make this one the blowout. They wanted to make this one like the one to play. Like, the Switch is what you want to go to for all your Smash needs now. Like, there's no need to go back to Smash 4. There's definitely a need to go back to Melee. There's somewhat of a need, honestly, to go back to Brawl. And honestly, I think it's worth playing the original. But, like, if you really want a good Smash experience, I think this is the one. You don't, like, you really, like, this is, like, just with all the stuff they've added, like, you know, they're still missing plenty of things that they could have added. Like, you know, you remember the Polygon group from the original? Like, I feel like a lot of people miss them, and that's why I feel like that you could go back to 64. And, like, the Subspace Emissary is the reason for Brawl. Melee, like, honestly, just the way that moves, like, the way people do that alone, like, that pro scene is alone why you should give that always a good look. But, like, I feel like Ultimate, like, honestly, could be the second best Smash Bros. Out there. Just for what it is. Like, for everything they did. Like, the love story that basically, like, the love letter to the fans that this game is. Like, I don't, if anyone says, like, this is a bad game, like, then they're crazy, personally, in my opinion. Like, do they have their issues? Yes. They're, like, every game is going to have issues. There's no such thing as a perfect game. Like, there's great games. Like, don't get me wrong. There's always going to be great games. But to say a game is perfect, I feel like you can't say that. Like, this game is definitely near perfect. Like, with what they did. Like, there's definitely, like, they could go all out and add as many characters as they wanted. But honestly, like, I think the Echo Fighters really, like, hit well to show more representation for these games. Like, adding Daisy as an Echo Fighter, I think, was a phenomenal idea by Nintendo's part. Dark Samus too, like, to get Metroid some more representation. That was, I think, a beautiful thing for them to do. All in all said, Smash Bros. Ultimate has ups, has downs. Now, do the ups outweigh the downs? Absolutely. Now, what do I give the rating of this game? I would have to give it an 8 out of 10. Why 8 out of 10? Again, it's so good to play, hard to master. Unfortunately, I will have to knock the Smash community down for who they are and what they do. Unfortunately, a fan base does negatively reflect the game as well, because if you want to play the game and you're going to be joining their community, if they're not a good community, you're not going to be happy, and that's a problem with the Smash community. I personally feel, I'm sorry to be taking so many attacks. I don't like taking attacks on people like that. I don't like attacking fan bases. That's not what I like to do. But like, when something needs to be pointed out, something needs to be pointed out. And the Smash community as a whole, unfortunately, like, there's definitely no pleasing. They attack, like, they are very toxic in a way, and it's not cool. It's not, like, you can't do that. So 8 out of 10. Some bad character choices. Personally, I feel like there need to be more little representation. The community is a little bad, and the online is bad. The community rounding that out. If you guys agree with me, please let me know in the comments, what you liked. Let me know in the comments if you disagree too. Feel free to reach out to me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you want to reach me out on. Please, I'd love to discuss with you. Make sure to hit the bell icon to get more up to date with what's going on, and we will see you in the next review. Thank you.